Hi there, this is a trap for black in the Alekhine Chatard attack of the French defence, and it's called the Reti Regreti because the great Richard Reti must have regretted that he walked straight into it in his game against Spielman in 1919. After e4 and e6, the French, d4, d5, knight c3 and knight f6, so it's going according to classical lines. Bishop g5 is met by bishop e7. e5 hits at the knight, which retreats back to d7. Very common position. Here, rather than exchanging, h4 is the Alekhine Chatard attack. It's a gambit line in which after bishop takes on g5, h takes on g5, black wins a pawn after queen takes on g5, but white definitely has compensation for the pawn with an open h-file and active piece play. Knight h3 develops the knight, gains time on the queen. It's usually better here on h3 than f3, which blocks the queen. And also on h3, the knight might be heading for f4, which is pretty useful in this variation. After queen e7, the queen g4 comes out. The queen comes out to g4, hitting g7, and g6 defends. The white here can castle long, and black really wants to get some counterplay with the move c5, but would be worried that c5 would allow knight b5, and the knight would be targeting d6 and c7. So a6 first is a decent move, taking control of the b5 square. And now the knight comes to f4. This is where black, if you like, sets the trap in this Reti Regreti trap, and the move c5 is played. If instead a move like knight f8, then it's actually white winning after knight fd5, a simple tactic, since the pawn dare not take because queen takes on c8. But if after c5 white still tries that same idea, knight f takes on d5, then it's actually black winning, as Reti was to discover. After e takes on d5, if now knight takes on d5, again it looks perhaps decent, hitting the queen, because if the queen were to drop back to d8, then queen f4 is extremely strong for white. Black has loads of holes, and also if black were to castle, then queen h6 is certainly winning. So although in this variation white is at least a piece down, he's probably winning. But rather than move the queen back to d8, black here has a winning move, and it's the counter knight b6. Multi-purpose move. The knight defends the bishop on c8. The knight wants to trade with the knight on d5, and the bishop on c8 is also hitting the queen. Here white is powerless to do anything. There's going to be some trades. White's already a piece down, and white will go on to lose. So this has been the trap in the Alekhine Chatard attack called the Reti Regreti. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.